Okay, this is a heroic Lincoln Memorial. Lincoln Memorial is kind of a YouTube favorite because it's everything's ahead of you. It's very straightforward. Um, it's also a grinder's favorite because you can usually get this done. I think some guys get it done in 13 minutes. I'm not that good. It takes me about 15 to 18 minutes. This encounter, or this total mission took about 25 minutes. And that's because we had a rogue encounter. Kind of lengthened it out. I'm using the Sharpshooter because Sharpshooter is a very efficient build. Not in terms of time, but in terms of the damage that you actually end up taking. It is difficult to wipe in this because you've got your decoy protecting you. And you really have to miss a lot of shots to have things go wrong. I am not the best shot. My accuracy in this at the end, you'll see, is only about, I think, 62%. But I'm getting the job done. This is an off-meta build. Most people will go ahead and run this with 5 reds and maybe a blue. I am using a hybrid build. I'm using Memento for this. And the reason is that the guys that are using the red build are using a fixer drone in one of their slots. And of course the decoy. I instead am using the Bulwark Shield, and we'll see why in the next encounter, which is a rogue encounter. So in using Memento, I'm getting a yellow and a blue, and I'm also using the Forge in one of my slots, which is that's a yellow piece, and that's giving me 30% shield health. And so when I have my pistol out, which is the custom card that takes me to a tier 4 Bulwark Shield, which is about 14 some million in health. And so what that's going to allow me to do is make some mistakes and allow me to just whip out my shield, and I can push even the heavies. And that buys me enough time to have my decoy come off of cooldown, and then I can start the cycle. I'm using Chainkiller here. Chainkiller is Walker and Harris chess piece, and it ramps up to a total of about 1,200% of your base damage. And in my case, the top I'm hitting is about 16 million. You can see there I had 15.6, and when I missed the shot, and I just got kind of that white bar, you can see it was 11 million. The base starts at 1.1 million with my sniper rifle. Usually I'm at about 2 million when I'm missing my shots. And you can see here, the rogue is already pushing me, and guess what? We're going to whip out the Bulwark Shield. Even though I am really low on armor, that's in front of me, and guess what? He is going to retreat because he's taking a lot of damage. So, and you can see that bought me some time. Gonna throw try to throw the decoy back out. I think I just threw a grenade. And you can see that Memento is giving me some armor regen from the last encounter, so I've got 5 minutes on that long-term buff.
Rogue assault turret
So I'm
detected.
throwing out the decoy and hoping that one of the rogue agent bites, but since I've put it behind everything, only that guy on the right is eventually going to pick it up. So, yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Meanwhile, the guy on my left is just kind of running wild. He's trying to flank me while my decoy is doing nothing for me. Yep. So I'm gonna, and I threw out my grenade. The Sharpshooter has the second best grenade in the game. Great radius and does the job. I think the best is really survival in the fire grenade, which has great radius and high speed. So you can see I'm really pushing this guy with my shield. And the other guy is way off in the distance. I throw the decoy. He's going to bite on that. because we're going to be hiding over here, and as soon as I can, I'm going to turn around so that my shield is in front of both of us. And so once I take this guy down, now the odds are in my favor. Until then, the odds were in his favor because there was no way I could get Chain Killer to activate, and without that, that's a problem for the Mantis Chain Killer build, because I can't have endless decoy cooldowns, and I can't build up my stats. So we needed to turn that back into our favor. Did that by using the Bulwark Shield to push this guy. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to flank him, which we're going to see is not going to work all too well. And you can see I'm hitting him even with the headshot and a crit. It's only 4 million. It did nothing to him, just nothing. So I'm going to come up here and try to get on the minigun, but he's already gone into cover. And my decoy is sitting down there, again, doing absolutely nothing. Miss a shot, and look, he's got the same idea. He's going to get on the minigun. Give me a break. So now I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for my decoy cooldown. Every once in a while, I'll take a pot shot, and Memento's healing me back up. There's my decoy. Back up, and he's still on the minigun, but he's not going to stay there for long. This is the assault turret and sticky bomb guy. So he throws out his assault turret, and very lucky for me, the assault turret is behind a little tiny wall. So it's not doing any damage. I've got my decoy up, and I've got a 30-second decoy with my 2 yellows. And I'm trying to flank him. It's not really going to work out all that well because he's all sat behind that wall there. So you can see the weakness of the Sharpshooter build in uneven terrain. It's just not that great, and we're going to see that later in Lincoln Memorial when I'm up on the balcony and there are a bunch of guys below me, and it's just not a very good encounter for the Sharpshooter. So I take a shot on him, but I miss. But you can see that we've whittled him down quite a bit, and boom, there we go. So you can see the strength and weakness of that Sharpshooter, Mantis, Chain Killer build. When I can't build up my stacks, I'm in trouble, but I've got Memento and my Bulwark Shield to bail me out. Allows me to push. And in this particular encounter, it's a nice long room. Kind of the problem is if I miss my shots, and look, I hit that guy for 11.7 million, and he is still standing. So, yeah, just brutal. So here's a red bar, and I can't shoot him in the head to save my life. Obviously not playing this build enough. 4th shot is a charm. So now you can see that middle yellow thing on the bottom of my bar. That is the Chain Killer buff. But I've pretty much had enough of this, and I'm now going to try to push these guys. And so even though that guy is hitting me from behind, again, Memento is healing me back up. Bulwark Shield has bought me some time. I've got the decoy out, and now we can go back into Sharpshooter mode. Let's see where this guy is. He's on the right. I practice enough, and I give him a proper amount of lead. Yep. Oh, that guy's not going to last for very long. He's just sitting there aiming at my decoy. You can see me building up Chain Killer from 3.9 to 9.3. Miss a shot, and then boom, 16 million.
The true sons escape with those. You got to find a way to close up that tunnel.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of a difficult encounter because there's a lot of obstructions. The good news is that you know where the 2 spawn points are, and they're both along that left wall. So as long as we can pin these guys, we're in good shape. So yeah, Lincoln Memorial, just make sure you keep everything in front of you. Go ahead and push at the spawn point. Obviously, you can't push with your sharpshooter too much, but you can keep those guys back away from you in the corner. And again, I'm not used to playing playing this particular spec in outside of the summit. So yeah. And there we're hitting him. That was a body shot. I actually missed him. Yeah, I missed the headshot. Yeah, you can see Chainkiller's back, and we're 15.5 million. So as long as I can keep hitting these red bars, I'm in good shape. Oh, he's just standing right there. And, oh, here comes the yellow guy. Strategies that a lot of other people use is they actually like to keep the red bars around. They keep the red bars around so they can take out the boss. Kind of a high risk strategy. I think you have to be really good to do that. You know, keeping a bunch of ads around so you can pick them off and then wear down the boss. Because the bosses have about 48 million health in heroic, and I'm only hitting for 15 million. So you have a 30 million gap to close. And so if you keep some red bars around, you can build back up, and then you can eventually headshot that boss down. Yeah, high risk. Again, I'm not that good, which is why I'm using Memento and the Bulwark Shield, because it just gives me some extra room to make mistakes, and I can use the Bulwark Shield to push guys. Yeah, and so like I said before, in this build, the problem is when you have this uneven terrain, you can see that those pillars are going to provide a lot of cover. I can't get an angle, and of course, I'm not that good. So I am just brutally missing these guys and just taking a heck of a lot of damage.
Serious trauma detected.
And so here I'm down to I'm really far down on health, and I've got no armor. The only thing I've got in my favor is that Memento bonus armor. So I whip out the Bulwark Shield, take down that guy, and boom! I've got the short-term armor buff. I've got the short-term armor regen buff, which is more important. And look at that. I have backup in health. Oh, and here I'm using my MK17. Most guys will use their M1A1, and I think that's fine. I'm just more comfortable using a rifle I can spam. And you'll see for the next encounter what I do, because there's a heavy there that's going to cause me some problems. I switch over to my assault rifle, which is going to allow me to burn them down. With the rifle is crit hit damage is the secondary attribute, and the assault rifle is health damage. And Chungas, when you hit them with the assault rifle, they go down like a ton of bricks. If you try to hit them with your SMG, you try to hit them with your regular rifle, you don't have the plus 20%, 21% health damage at that. So it makes a big difference. So we'll see that soon. And so here you can see me, I'm kind of in trouble because I'm missing my shots. These guys are at different levels. They're hiding behind pillars, and I'm getting totally line of sight. And this little spot is not the spot you want to be in, because you can see me pop up, and I can't see anything. So, especially I can't see the guys below me. Just missing. So we need to get out of here. Need to get out of here in a better position. And again, the strengths and weaknesses of this build. And actually, it's a weakness for other builds that require you to close distance. again, your Hunter's Fury, your SMG type of builds where you're really trying to close on the guy. And in the meantime, you've got guys from above and below that are you can't easily hit. Yeah, it's just going to cause a lot of problems. So, yeah, weakness of this particular build, or maybe it's just the way I'm playing. I'm just not used to playing this spec. I'm sure there's an easier way to play this than I am. But, you know, here I am. You know, but I'm back on track. You know, 14 million, not so bad.
Should have stayed out of this, agent.
And we're just one-shotting these guys. So there we go. All right, now onto the boss encounter. This is why people go to Lincoln Memorial. Oh, there I am, switching to my Police M4. Most people like the FAMAS or Carbine's excellent. If I could get a perfectly rolled one, I would be using it. When I do, I use the Burnout. I probably should have used the Burnout here. But I've got my Police M4, and the reason I like it is because it's got a reasonable rate of fire, only 50 RPM less than the FAMAS, and it's incredibly stable, so I can hit my headshot, which is not that important in this. So, yeah, I should have used the Burnout. So you can see here, yep, Memento's going to pull me back up to full. See, look at this guy. He's just... This guy's a running fool. And and that's where Sharpshooter really has a problem, is that, and actually for builds that require guys to kind of stand still, like the explosive Seeker Mine build, it's also a problem because they just outrun your mines. In this case, he is not cooperating with me. I've got my decoy out there, and he's hiding from it, and I am in the wrong position, but I can't go left anymore because there's that little fence there, and now he's gonna cause himself problems because he's gonna go ahead and do what we would do in the summit, which is people run to the door. So he's gonna try the door strat, and he's got a shotgun, so he's gonna do nothing to me. He's got a shotgun at range, and I've got a marksman rifle. That's not a fair fight. So again, here, this is just the second boss. He is not a problem. It's the last boss. This guy's taking his sweet time to repair it. Too bad for you. Again, this guy is not really that big a deal. What we really need to do is be preparing for the next encounter, which is where the guys jump down from the balcony and you're facing the flamethrower guy. Flamethrower guy is a problem because he goes immune. I have no idea how to fix that. So here we are, hitting the red bars, building up our stacks, and I lost my stack. Now we're going to have to go ahead and throw the decoy out, and we're going to have to hunt that purple guy because I want at least one stack of chain killer from him. Yeah, the good thing about the heavy here is he moves really, really slow, so you can kind of take your time. All right, so there we got a kill, and now we're going to go ahead and hit him. And yeah, I'm trying to hit his fanny pack so that he has like the little explosions. I am not doing a great job. And I could run around to flank him, but it's better if he turns and faces my drone or my decoy. Once he does that, now he's in a world of hurt because I can just go ahead and target his weak point. Now, once I've targeted his weak point, you can see I'm not hitting him for that much. And somehow he's gone immune. I throw out my blinder. The blind grenade does nothing to him. He's still firing at my decoy. So, yeah. That's a problem. So, basically, I can either push him with the Bulwark Shield, or I can go with the Assault Rifle. And you can see with the Assault Rifle, my base damage here is about 181. And we are just going to tear him up. Yeah.
Good work.
See
Go
ya.
on and head back up. The team from the campus is taking position inside the memorial.
And so we're going to get down to the critical stats here. Again, my crappy aim. I should be hitting a lot more with a sharpshooter rifle. Look, I took 31 million in damage. That's actually not me. That's my decoy. It's taking most of that. You can see that the headshot kills is 56 out of 74. That's almost perfectly 75%. 75% of the time I'm closing with the headshot kill. Yeah, 46% crit, 43% of my damage comes from that. And you can see here I'm using the Mantis. You'll have to read the description. Just slow it down on your own. It just basically says I get a free decoy every time I kill with a headshot. So, and you can see there I'm using the damage out of cover plus health damage. That's 30% on that Chunga. So that's why I'm using that. Otherwise, I'm using the tactical MK16 replica there. But I've got a number of, or maybe I was using the boomerang. So, critical hits return that to me. That's actually a better talent for the M1A1 if you're not using Baker's dozen. This is important. I have the custom card, gives me an extra skill tier for my shield. And there's my shield. I'm using the Forge. You don't have to. It doesn't, it adds like 1.5 million at this level. What is important is you want some multiplicative damage. I've got Fox's Prayer. I've got my Irati, and I'm using Punch Drunk. Most people don't use Punch Drunk, but I like Punch Drunk for the pistol damage and the extra headshot damage. This is the important part of the build, which is Perfect Headhunter. Again, most people are speccing headshot damage. I'm speccing crit. Yeah, don't ask me. So that's pretty much it for the sharpshooter build. Again, it takes a little bit longer than than just running through there and running gun build, but it's pretty fun. And you can see here, once I whip out the custom card, I'm now a tier 4 with 2 tiers coming from my from Memento, one from the pistol, and then one from the Forge, the named item. You can see my cooldown isn't that much. It's 17.9, so my Bulwark Shield is buying me some time on that.